Hello everybody, this is your captain speaking. I wanted to talk about the thing that happened yesterday, basically the video game equivalent of Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith. And for those who are unaware, basically the Game Awards happened yesterday, and Elden Ring won the award for Game of the Year. Miyazaki got on stage, took the award, gave his acceptance speech and everything, and it was all pretty standard procedure. But then there was quite the twist when they were all about to leave, because some kid snuck on with all of them, got in front of the mic, and said,
Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
So, make what you will of that, and the internet has had quite the reaction to this. Some people are high-fiving each other in the comments, saying it's the greatest prank to have ever existed. Others are really mad at this kid, saying that he's like some kind of Alex Jones plant trying to spread anti-Semitism and destroy Miyazaki's career. I've seen some people compare this to the whole Kanye Taylor thing that happened like a decade ago. Quite frankly, I think people are looking way too deeply into this, because the general consensus from most people, including me, is that it was just some kind of XD random prank that this kid just thought of and then decided to pull off, and did so quite successfully. And that's really all there is to it. Like, I did see some reports that he was on InfoWars on an interview, and he was with Alex Jones, but from what I can tell, if that's actually the kid that was on there, then he was just, talking about the Hong Kong protests, and it was showing support for them, and it was also supporting Taiwan's, sovereignty, and, just generally not saying anything that's, bad or controversial. As for Alex Jones, I mean, he's a lot of things, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I did not look into this a lot, but from what I can tell, he does not really have a track record for anti-Semitism. That kind of makes it, really unlikely for him to have actually, told some kid to go on stage and start saying some, bad agenda. So, in that regard, I really don't think that he had anything to do with this, especially considering that when Kanye was on his show a few days ago, he was actually trying to, kind of de-escalate him and tell him to, be basically, stop saying the stuff that he was saying. So I really do not think that Alex Jones, was actually genuinely, planning anything, in particular here. People have also mentioned that this kid is, wearing Yeezys and talked about rabbis, but I don't think that alone proves that it's anti-Semitism, just because anti-Semitism is usually a lot more upfront. You can tell when somebody's being anti-Semitic. For example, Kanye in the last few weeks, clear-cut example of anti-Semitism. But in this case, these small things here and there, I really do not think they point to where people think they're pointing to, especially considering that he said rabbi in particular, which first of all is a specific aspect of Judaism, not Judaism as a whole, and second of all, some people probably don't even know what that is, even if they know what Judaism is. So that kind of just further indicates that, it's probably just a harmless, stupid joke. He could have, he said Dalai Lama instead of rabbi or something, and it would still be the same thing, just not something serious. And as for the whole disrespecting Miyazaki thing, I really doubt he gives a shit, especially considering that, the kid did let him finish his speech, and, he basically said everything that he wanted to say, and was about to get off the stage. So, at best, he might have been like, what the hell is going on? And then just, brushed it off as nothing. Hell, the Game Awards are usually pretty boring from year to year, so, I don't mind there being some occasional weird, funny thing that happens to spice it up a little. And it's not like the kid said anything inappropriate or offensive, so in that regard, I really think it's not as big of a deal as a lot of people think it is. So, realistically, it's just, a random innocent joke that should just get brushed off as, nothing serious. Now, of course, if it does turn out that this kid was trying to, say something anti-Semitic, then I do not condone that kind of behavior, and I think, that is a really, shitty thing to do. But I really highly doubt that that was the case, and I would be extremely surprised if it was. But anyway, Jeff confirmed on Twitter that this kid was arrested after this happened, and quite frankly, he's probably not gonna have much happen to him. Maybe just a slap on the wrist and just a stern talking to. I feel like that's really all it warrants, just because, the kid didn't say anything obscene or offensive. Even though Jeff was pretty upset about this whole thing, I think it's good that it didn't turn out worse than it did. And yeah, that kind of wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. As always, peace out.